live. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Coffee.
Yay, cheers.
Yes, unfortunately, I have black coffee this morning, but I had to have coffee.
I hear you. Should have taken that heavy whipping cream yesterday.
Well, yeah, probably, but that's okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm dealing.
There's tomorrow.
So, we have some people jumping on, and I'm not sure who they are. So, good morning. Oh, Edda's here. Good morning, darling. Hi, Wendy. Good morning.
Good
Uh-oh,
morning.
I'm hearing this twice.
Yes, I wasn't quite done. So
Hi,
Jane is
Jane.
with us.
Good
Thank
morning
you,
in
Jane.
Australia. Hi,
And
Carol
Sharon
Allen.
Gatewood, Sally.
Hi, Sally De La Rosa. Oh, thank you, Wendy, for doing that.
Good morning, Carol Allen.
Still trying to find the live. So give me a
Yeah.
minute. There we are.
Please
Oh,
share.
I see 11. Yes, share this out, please.
As Terry
And
says, sharing is caring.
it is. The more you share, the more people there are to have blessings from and to. Gabby says, oh, this is weird. Yeah, it's a little bit of separation anxiety going on, guys, but we're okay.
Good.
Our energy is still together, even if our physical bodies are not.
That's right. And you still
So
see the river, and eventually you're going to see some ocean and all kinds of stuff where Terry's at.
it won't look
So,
exactly like what's behind me, but it will be beautiful
yeah,
nonetheless.
it's awesome.
It's a
It's awesome.
crappy morning. It's been raining and it's supposed to rain here all week. So yeah, I won't be out doing a sunrise. But once all of this passes by, we're getting, I guess they're calling it a tropical wave. And then once that's gone, we'll have some sunrises.
Oh,
Oh, Scarlett, good morning. I'm just seeing everybody. Jasmine. Oh, Gabby's having
man.
separation anxiety. Hi, Marianne. Good morning.
Luann is with us this morning.
Hi,
Good morning.
Luann.
Good morning.
Oh, it's
Oh
so
my
good to see
gosh.
all of your beautiful faces.
And guess what? It is Julie Kisses here, and it is her birthday today. Happy birthday, Julie. I'm
Birthday, and she says it'll be 90 there today.
wow.
Yeah.
Good morning, Barbara. Good morning.
Hi,
Glad you're
Barbara.
back
Hi,
home.
Hope. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
All
yay.
you beautiful people. Good morning. This is making my day because, yeah, it was a long trip home yesterday and adventure after that. And yeah, it's just been a day.
You're asking how your door is, Terry.
Um, my door opens and shuts. They're supposed to come back today at some point to finish it up because it was pouring rain. These poor guys, they had to come out in the pouring rain and fix my door so that I could close the door. So,
Uh-huh.
for any of you that didn't hear my dilemma yesterday, I got home and could not get into my apartment because my door had swollen and I couldn't open it, and Linda couldn't open it. And between the two of us, we were just standing there getting soaked to the bone and out in the pouring rain. And finally, a neighbor rescued us. She came to the rescue and came down prepared with butter knives to pry the door open, and we got in. But oh my gosh, we were so soaked. And then the AC was on, so we were wet and cold.
Oh my gosh.
It was quite the day. So I had to call the landlady and say, I can't close my door because after I got it open, it wouldn't close back. It was so swollen.
Wow.
So yeah, so they're going to come finish that up today at some point. And that's the thing, was waiting for people to come and do something. And I said, well, don't come first thing in the morning because I got to go get some groceries in the house. So
Yeah.
we'll see when they show up, right? It may
And
be 10 o'clock tonight.
do you have your car back? Is it back
Oh,
there?
yeah.
Oh, good,
Yeah, I
good.
have not started the car yet, but I know it's there.
Okay.
And I had the nicest comment from the landlady when I called her. And she says, I'm so glad you're back. Which I was like, what? And she goes, when I when I drove up and I saw your car in the parking lot, I just knew everything was okay. She said, you just bring such good energy here to this complex. And
Oh,
she's never said anything like that to me before, but I was like, oh, that is pretty cool to be welcomed home like that. And also to have somebody be compassionate and caring, because that's not normal here at the complex.
yeah.
And so that was a real sign from the angels that maybe there is a shift. Maybe people are seeing life a little different on the other side of all of this dilemma that we were in, the lockdown dilemma. And now it's like, let's just see each other now, because we really weren't here where I live. We weren't seeing each other. We would pass by, but it was like, we knew there was something there, but it wasn't like a person, if that makes sense. It was just like movement. So now it's like, I feel like there's been that shift where we really will see each other. And it was a really great experience coming back into the real world to have that happen.
That's wonderful. That's great
I'm,
news.
I'm excited now. It's like before there was that anxiety, just like you, Jeryl. There was that, I don't know what's on the other side of this, and going out and seeing how people are acting. Now that I haven't had to do yet because I haven't been to the grocery store. So I'll get another experience today as I venture more out. But just the little bit that I've been around people now in the real world, it's like, well, maybe, and I'm holding out that hope that it's not just an isolated incident, that somebody was nice and did something kind. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, but I'm excited anyway. It's like holding out that intention until I'm proved wrong, that I'm going to keep believing that there's been a shift and that people are going to act a little bit different out in the world. And I see we have lots of people that came on while we were talking. Hi, everybody. And a lot of people telling our dear Julie, happy birthday. I love that. I would sing, but I'm not a singer. And she says 58 and great. Oh, awesome.
And good morning, Sharon, Boyle, Diana, Tony. Oh my gosh, Robert. Oh, Becky. Oh, so many are here.
I know.
We have some new names. Laura Irwin Smith.
Hi, Laura.
Good morning. And Sherry Seymour's with us.
Tony De Rosa.
This is a birthday celebration this morning.
Sure is.
How
Thank
wonderful.
you for lifting our vibration, Julie.
I know. Birthdays are so much fun. And especially, I tell you what, and my 60th was my favorite birthday of all. That's been a couple of years ago, but it was my favorite. So my 50s were great. And truly, the older we get, it just seems like all that stuff that fretted us out and worried us when we were younger just kind of fades away. And it's really nice to, I don't know, grow up.
Grow up, exactly.
Yeah. So,
and Robin just joined us. Robin Fitzpatrick Evans. Good morning to you too.
Good morning. Oh, Gabby said she was in the wrong room. Much better.
Oh God! Thank you for coming to the party.
Yes.
And Etta was asking about our health, and yeah, I'm a little tired, but I'm doing okay. My eye is still irritated, so I'm going to have to call the doctor and see if I can get that checked out now that I'm back home. And Jeryl, how is your foot?
I'm doing great. It's doing great today. And Sally says, I believe the same, Teri. We are on the other side of this whole thing. Things will continuously get better and more love and kindness will be the new norm. I love that.
I think so. And I'm going to hold out that positive attitude. And I think if we can all get into that instead of the anxiety about what people are going to do or how they're going to act, the thing is, we don't have any control over anybody else anyway. So the more we can stay positive, that does put an energy out. It puts that vibration out that all is well. So that's where I'm going to stay. I love it.
Me too. And do you know what I found interesting is that here in our little burg, it's and good morning, Charles. But when I went to the grocery store in the afternoon, it was younger people who really didn't seem to be concerned about the virus. So no mask and no social distancing in that. When I went in the morning, it was more people my age and older, and they were just much more aware because of course they're at a higher risk. And so the energy was completely different depending on the time of day I went and who was in the store.
Right.
And so I'm just going to go in the morning, you know.
Yeah, I'm going to go after the show this morning. I'm going to go ahead
Yeah.
and go to the store and get what I need because I'm drinking black coffee and I'm not a black coffee fan.
No, you're not.
So I wasn't able to go out because I couldn't close my door. After I got home, I had to wait for them to come and do that. So I didn't have time to go to the store yesterday before the night shows. But yeah, I'm going to try it first thing in the morning and hopefully that'll be a good experience. Yeah,
Yeah.
Deirdre, I like that. That's a very positive statement. I definitely see a light at the end of this COVID tunnel. And I
Yeah.
think we all can start looking at that light and
Yeah.
looking at, being more kind and compassionate and helping somebody if they need help.
Yeah.
I could have stood out there for, who knows how long after Linda dropped me off. Um, but actually, she was with me. She didn't just desert me. So I'm just so happy that I had that type of experience to come home to. And Angie Taylor is here. Hi, darling. And
Morning,
Sherry
Andy.
Boyle asked, was it strange waking up this morning, Teri and Jeryl Ann? Um, it was. I didn't sleep real well because I was conscious of a difference. I I stayed up. I was working on some stuff for this weekend, and finally I was falling asleep at my computer, so I had to go to sleep. But then I woke up throughout the night and just it was like, oh, this is where I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
it
was.
was strange. It was strange not having my angel baby this morning. I miss her. I miss her and Brookie and Hope.
Yeah, it was different because normally in the morning when I get up, I have to put Angel on the leash because they sleep with me in my room at night and I have to shut the door so they don't go in and out all night. And I didn't have to do that this morning because she would just run to Teri's bed and wake her up before her alarm went off. So it was when I didn't do that, kind of Angel. I mean, we've been doing this for 2 months. So she kind of looked at me like, okay, where's the leash? And when I brought her out and to go outside to go potty, she wouldn't go out. And I don't even know where she's at now. I know Brookie is right here next by me, laying on the floor. And before Angel was up on the couch, but now she's totally disappeared, and that's not like her. She's completely
No,
disappeared.
it's
So
not.
she's, it's an adjustment. It's a real adjustment. And yesterday, after Teri left, she went into the studio, which is my massage room actually, but we created a studio in there. And she went in there immediately. She was very standoffish with Teri before she left. We were sitting out here having a last cup of coffee, and she wouldn't go near her. And I got her to go over to say goodbye, and she was just a mess. And so, but she was just real standoffish. And they left. And as soon as Teri got in the car, she went into the studio where Teri was every single day for 2 months and looked around and didn't see her. And we had already taken all of Teri's stuff out of there. So I'd had the lights out, I had the massage table up because I had an appointment. And she just started crying. She just started whining. And then she came back out to the porch. So it was not the easiest day here. She really, the other two were affected, but not in the same way Angel was. She was truly kind of traumatized about it. So yeah, it wasn't it was, yeah. Mama did a lot of cuddling and a lot of sitting down with them and holding them yesterday. So Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And Charles says, we're talking still about routines.
Yeah.
Luann says animals thrive on routine. Yes, they do. And
Yeah.
Charles talking about going to the grocery store. He says, I just order online and do curbside pickup. They bring everything out and put it in your car.
That is
Yeah,
great.
that's another thought, not to have
Yeah.
to be in there since I haven't really been exposed to any of the germs and the stuff that's in the air. That may be a thought. And thank you for the suggestion, Charles. I appreciate that.
That is a great idea.
Yeah.
It really is. Um, okay.
Yeah. So there are options. And don't you love that? I always say that's our superpower. We have the ability to make choices. And so when we think about what can I do to make life a little easier, to ease back into this situation and come back out into the world with the least amount of trauma or potential contact with anything, then yeah, there are options. And so it's just a matter of sitting and saying, okay, how do I want to handle this?
Right.
So thank you for the suggestions.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sherry, yeah, we've been doing lots of treats, and I do have some CBD oil for pets that Teri gave me. And so I'll do some of that. And thank you, Deirdre. She said, let's put the fur babies in the prayer circle this
Oh
morning.
yeah,
Thank you. Yes,
absolutely.
that would be really, really nice because
And
they're
Rick just came on with us. Hi, Rick, I'm here. Do you feel me?
good
Robert knows
morning,
stuff.
Rick.
Robert just realized that I'm not there with you anymore. Robert, where were you yesterday? We had this discussion.
Yeah, all good things must come to an end. And Teri had to go back. It's time for her to go back home once,
Yeah.
we gave it a little bit of time once South Florida reopened, so she wouldn't have to go back into the insanity of people just starting to come out. And also the holiday weekend. I know up here in Daytona, they had some real crazy stuff going on because they all opened up the beaches for the holiday weekend and they closed down. I mean, the crowds were closing down like A1A, which is a major, it runs up and down the coast. And people were just kind of crazy out of their minds getting back out there. So I can only imagine what Fort Lauderdale and Pompano and all those beaches were like down there over the holiday weekend.
Yeah, Robert's just busy, busy, busy. Yeah, the
Yeah.
traffic wasn't too bad for it to be a holiday. I was really amazed. I think when we got down into Melbourne area, Palm Bay, it started getting a little more busy. But really, the traffic was almost nothing all the way home. I was so grateful for that because it did rain on us all the way from
It
the
probably
almost
cut
from the
things
minute we
back.
left. Yeah, from the minute we left to all the way to here. And
Barbara
God
said,
was driving.
yeah. Barbara says, Teri, having just come back from there, it is quite different down there from up here. I'm so grateful I'm back up here. Well, she was talking about the stores here. We just go into the store, period. We're in, there's no wait outside. And she had called me from down there and said, I'm sorry, I had forgotten Sam's JoJo's from Trader Joe's. And when she went back, the line was around the corner outside because only so many could go in at a time. She says, I really, really love you. Not that much, not to stand in the rain. I said, I wouldn't even want you to stand in the rain for that, for hours to wait to go in. So it is a different experience down there. I love that curbside idea that Charles had for you, Teri.
Yeah, I like that too. Good morning, my sister
Yeah.
Billy. I see you and Jean Walensky.
Good morning,
And
Billy.
guys, y'all did not put enough pressure on Billy. She's chickening out. She's not going to be with me tonight on Robert Painley's show. I'm going to be on, I'm pretty sure, with just my baby sister, Sheila. And we are going to talk about the ghost in the house as we were growing up, the one that we all experienced, and some other weird happenings that Sheila had while she was there.
Well, Billy,
So
don't
need
feel
to
so
put some
bad.
pressure on my sister.
You know, Billy, I was the same way years ago when I had a really bad experience back when I was behind the camera and broadcasting. And I had a horrible time getting in front of the camera. And in fact, I was doing my Rising Up with Jeryl a couple of years ago. I had to stop. The anxiety from it just, it wasn't worth it. And it wasn't until just recently that I was able to get back on camera and actually start to feel comfortable with it. So I completely understand, honey. That's not an easy decision to make, and I know you probably, feel bad about it, but it when it's the time is right, it'll happen. It'll happen.
Yeah, it'll
Yeah.
be a fun night though. Robert makes things
Yes.
fun and he's so easy to talk to. So I'm looking forward to the show. It's at 7 o'clock tonight, and we'll be talking about ghosts. And he's, I think, still going to tell a couple of hotel ghost stories. I love those, and I've had a few myself. So yeah, it'll be good. And Sheila, my sister Sheila, is so funny. Y'all are going to love her. And she's one of our frontline workers, guys. She is a physician's assistant. She had to work through all of this time of shutdown and help people out that were going through stuff. So
Jeryl said,
come meet Sheila tonight.
yeah, you'll love her. She's really a sweet girl.
Yeah,
Jeryl said that her holiday weekend where she's up in Maryland, near Baltimore. She said was insane. No social distancing, masks, no masks on the boardwalk at the beach. She expects to see a spike in COVID, and yeah, more than likely. I was actually watching a doctor this morning. I just happened to, when I was scrolling through, that was from the World Health Organization that was saying something about, uh, it's like a second peak, not even a wave, but a peak from this wave that is a real potential because of holiday weekends and people kind of going out. So, yeah, I need to research on if you have the antibodies, where does that put you in all of this? That's my next step to find out.
yeah, I'm just going to set my intention that I'm healthy
And
because
you
I
are.
feel healthy
Yes, you
and
are.
do the things I know to do. And I think that's
Yeah.
a huge part of it for us to be more aware and be more cautious.
Yeah.
Even yeah, we got out at one rest area yesterday and I just get out of the car and just start bebopping. And then I looked at somebody and they had a mask on. I'm going, oh, because I haven't had to do that. So
Yeah.
it's like new habits that we're going to be getting into. I don't know that we'll have to wear a mask forever, but being aware and always washing the hands and not touching the face and things like that are so important to just know that that's a way that it can be passed on. So I think it is being consciously aware is what's going to be that first step in keeping this contained and not having another spike and not having to go back into lockdown again. So the more we can do that and as a collective, and we can't control anybody else, like those people that had their masks, off. We can't control that. The
No,
only person we can do anything about is ourselves. So the
absolutely.
more we can model what it looks like to be cautious, what it looks like to social distance until we can figure out this whole thing, because we haven't got it figured out. We've come back out into the world, but we still don't know anything really. They're making some inroads, but we really don't know what this is all about or all the even how to treat it. So just being smart. That's we have smartphones. Now we need to have smart people.
Yeah, exactly. And Barbara says it was raining in Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, that was part of my story. It's like you and it's going to be raining there for days, and it's going to be
All
raining
week.
here for days. So here we can just pop into the store. There you have to, depending on the time of day and how many people, you've got to wait in line outside to get in. And ooh, that's not, I wouldn't be able to do it. I don't have the patience to do that. So I certainly, and Prashir is here this morning with
Good
us. Good
morning,
morning.
dear. I see
Yeah,
you're missing your mom today, honey. We'll be lifting you up in our prayers.
yeah.
And just know she's there. She's there.
I've loved seeing the pictures, the family pictures that
They're awesome.
you have
Yeah.
been posting. It connects us more with you so that we, I can understand by looking at the energy that you shared as a family, um, just how difficult this is for you right now. So my heart's out with you.
Yeah, and thank you, Wendy, for replying. And we
uh,
do all have days like that with our loved ones.
yeah,
And there's things that are going to click, whether it's a word, an action, seeing somebody do the same thing that your mom did, and just missing them. That's part of this human experience. And we all go through that grief process. So just be gentle with you.
yeah.
Be gentle.
And
Oh,
Sherry Gatewood said she was out for the first time yesterday in Gainesville, Florida. Sherry, you're only like 2 hours away from me. I go over to Gainesville all the time. And she said they still have a mandatory mask requirement, and they were counting people who went in as well. So
yeah.
it's the bigger cities. I'm fortunate. I live in Nowheresville.
Yeah, we do have the mandatory mask down here. I'll see when I go out if people are actually doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
I
know, Wendy. Anything could click that memory, right? Yeah, even seeing a picture, and for sure that may be what happened as you were sharing, you and your sister were sharing some of those beautiful pictures of your family. When I look at pictures of people that I've lost, the same thing happens. Or if I'm opening up something and there's a picture of them, or um, like I have a dear friend, I miss him so much. And every once in a while, I'll go through some stuff looking for something. And I kept a rose from his funeral, and I had crushed it and kept it in plastic. And every so often, I'll come across that in my box of stuff that I'm looking through, and it just clicks that memory. It doesn't take much at all for you to go right back to that person and how they were in their physical form, but just think that they're still there. It's energy. We're all energy. So
um,
just say a hello when that happens, when that memory clicks in. Just say hi. I'm thinking about you, and I know you're here.
Gabby has a question I'd like to respond to. And she says, how do you ladies feel about an online Reiki course? Should I bother or wait until we can do it in person? Um, I have been for 33 years or so. I'm a Usui Reiki master. I've been teaching for that long, and we'll be getting our angelic Reiki master degree soon. Teri and I both, and I've had this discussion with Kevin, who is our angelic Reiki master teacher, who taught us first and second. I have to tell you, Gabby, I don't know how they can do it, because the attunement process, which it opens you up, builds in protection, and that to have the Reiki flow through you has to be done in person. No one to this day, and I've asked this question for well over a decade when they started offering these online courses. How do you do that process? Because I have to touch you, I have to do certain things. And um, I don't know how you can do that online. I don't know how. I'm not saying it can't be done. I've never been shown or told how to do it. I know people, I have had students who have taken online Reiki courses, and when they come into my class and I give them the attunement in person, they will say, that's not what I got. The experience was vastly different, vastly different. What they got was like a long distance treatment. They didn't get, to my knowledge, and attunement. So personally, until somebody can sit me down and tell me how they can do it, and I've been doing this for over 3 decades, I don't know how they could do it. I truly do not know how that transpires. So my opinion, and this is only my opinion, is that if you want the full benefit of the certification, it needs to be done in person. Teri, I'll let you address it if
Okay,
you.
I'll do the other side of that.
Okay.
And I want to read first Robert's comment that he's had the online and that it was the 2 months were more powerful than face to face.
Awesome.
Now, I was given an energy healing modality called Time Heals, and you do give attunements in that. When I first began teaching and sharing that modality, it was all by distance. There were no face-to-face, one-on-one attunements done. And it was so powerful. And one attunement was so powerful that things were moving. The energy was shaking and moving. So the thing is that we're all energy. So like, whether we're physically together or we're together energetically and make that close connection energetically, the energy is there. So as even if I feel into what's happening, I do that every morning when we come on here, when we do the meditation and prayer, I can feel how your energy is moving. So energy is my opinion and my experience with doing this. I've trained people in other parts of the world in different countries and done the attunements from where I'm at to where they're at in Europe, oh my gosh, I can't even remember Italy. I can't remember where all my people are that I've trained, but it's all been so powerful. And they receive those attunements not from me, they receive the attunements from spirit.
Right.
So my team that I work with are ascended masters and angels. So as I'm saying the words and setting the intention, that's happening where they're sitting or laying or whatever. So that's been my experience. So I love that we have the two different sides and the two different viewpoints. But I love distance healing. And I actually feel when I go into somebody and I do a session for them, whether it's Time Heals or Reiki, whatever it might be, I feel what they're feeling. And I have pains. When they have pains, I feel where that's at in the body. So I know for a fact that we're energetically connected with each other when we do distance healing or anything by distance.
Yes.
So there you have two viewpoints and two different sides of this. I love that we can discuss things like this.
Absolutely. And I will clarify, when I speak of attunements, I mean the process by opening up. And I agree, Teri, I'm sure, with her process does that. I have not been taught how to do the attunement I was taught in the Usui long distance. Kevin was the same way. He says, I don't know how they do it energetically. We haven't been taught how to do it, and I don't know how to figure that out on my own. So, and I love the comment from Diana. Use your discernment, because just because I don't know how to do it doesn't mean it can't be done. So absolutely what Teri says, find a teacher who suits you. So me, I would want to do it in person, because that's where that's my wheelhouse. That's what I feel confident in. Now, Teri she has her own very, very special gifts. And so maybe then that would be someone that, someone like Teri, who is confident in doing that long distance. So I loved Diana's comment, and that was,
Yes,
use your discernment. So if it feels right in your heart, and Robert had an amazing experience long distance. So again, that's just me. That's where I'm comfortable. That's how I've been taught. And I'm very old school, and I'm learning to be more open. I'm just not there yet. I don't know how. And that's my thing. If I don't think I'm giving you 1,000%, I just won't do it. So, and Teri is really good at it. She's awesome at it. So yeah, just pick your right teacher.
And Robert says, I really felt the presence of the master right near me, but I'm still researching. And that's the thing, have your experiences and do the research, because the knowledge is power. I don't know how much more I can say that, But
Oh
the more
yeah.
we learn, the more we know, then we know.
And
So
Sal,
absolutely check all of it out. Look at different ways that people do things and different experiences and ask the questions.
I love this. Sally says, yes, Teri, I am the same way. I do lots of long distance. I do a lot of it long distance. She uses a surrogate.
Mhm.
Thank you. Sally, I'm going to have a conversation with you because
Yeah,
that's the
many people.
very first time I have ever heard that somebody used a surrogate and to do it. I would have never even thought of that.
Yeah,
That's
they
amazing.
do that. I learned of that at Love and Light Spiritual Emporium. They have a teddy bear. And I think Tiffany has a rag doll. Yeah, I know Tiffany has a rag doll. I've seen it. And it was so interesting because one night we were doing an angel circle there. And I I get an image for people when I give them a message. And her image was a rag doll. And I described this rag doll down to what it had on, the dress that it had on, the design of the dress, the color of the hair, and it was in pigtails. She gets up. I thought she was leaving. She stands up and goes to the treatment room and brings out her Raggedy Ann doll exactly like it had been described to her. And that was the surrogate that she uses to send distance Reiki to people.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, it's amazing. And somebody else there has a teddy bear. I've seen the teddy bear there in the room.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And oh, there's so many great comments,
And no, I'm
and
loving this. Thank you all.
and Wendy says she's benefited more from Diana's Beiersdorfer doing the visualization and meditation than in a group than if she was present in a room with them. Again, it really is. This is the beauty of spirituality today.
Mhm.
There are as many different ways to receive and to do all types of healing as there are people, and again, I have to say, I've just been so old school for so long, but I'm totally open. I can't wait to talk to Sally about using a surrogate. I've never thought of that. So, I mean, I do long distance healing all the time. I'm talking about there's a difference between a healing and an attunement. And so I've just never known how to do that attunement process. So, Sally, we've got to chat because that might just open up a whole new world for me.
I'm thinking it
So I'm
might.
so happy about this conversation this morning.
Yeah.
Yay.
And
But I do know my limitations. I really do know my
yeah.
limitations.
And Robert Dosa says there are many ways for long distance. One of them is a chi ball. Another one is astral travel to the student. I
Yeah.
use the chi ball a lot. I use it. In fact, it was given to me in the energy healing that I do, to do a chi ball during that treatment, during somebody's Time Heals treatment that they're getting. I create a chi ball. And also, when we do the attunement to the shield of Archangel Michael, it states in that information that you get that you have been sent a chi ball that's going to sit over your energy field until you accept it. So there's a lot of power in doing a chi ball. And for those of you who don't know, chi is your prana, your life force energy that runs inside of you.
And Becky Beckner, good morning. I'm just loving this conversation. I
I
am learning
do.
so much today. This is awesome. I want to thank each and every one of you because you guys are all opening me up to so much that I needed to be opened up to. So thank you
Oh,
so
yeah.
much.
There's,
Yay, yay,
there's
yay.
a reason for everything. There's no accidents or coincidences in life. So if it came up, it was supposed to come up.
I wanted to read a comment, if I may, from Charles. He said his wife recently passed away. Her and her girlfriends would go to the Jersey Shore and stay at a hotel that had ghosts friendly after she passed away a couple of months ago. During a lightning storm, a pillar was struck and came down, sending the message. So his wife, who passed, is apparently sending him some strong messages. So thank you for sharing that with us, Charles. We've got people in two different places here this morning. I'm used to you seeing all your comments at one time.
Yeah, there's been a lot of comments while we were having that discussion, and thank you all. And Robert says, I could share with you the master manual that I received, or just the part where it explains the distance attunements.
Oh,
That's very
thank you.
generous of you, Robert. And that
That
would be
is
awesome to
generous.
read
Yeah.
that. Yeah, and I love Angie Taylor. Absolutely no limits. If we can imagine it, it can be so. Yeah.
And thank you, Sally. We will definitely chat very, very soon. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited today. I'm so excited. I am stepping out of my limitations and
Yes,
out of my
you
box.
are.
I love that.
that. I love when things open up and we feel that spaciousness. That is us. That's us. And we can't be contained in four walls. So anytime we put a limit on ourselves and say, I can't, we're actually, the angels share with me, when we say I can't, we're actually saying I choose not to. So open up, don't have any limitations, and the world opens up with you. I love that.
Absolutely.
And Marianne O'Hare, good morning.
Yeah.
She
Would you
says,
like to read her comment?
everything is energy. It's all how each individual taps into the collective energy grid. Speaking of energy, could use some of your healing energy for surgery tomorrow. Absolutely. You got it, Marianne. And I'm glad you said that because it is prayer time. Wow, this morning has just absolutely flown by.
Conversation.
Yeah.
I have, oh my gosh. Hello. Wow. All right. Somebody's awake outside and it's the gator and he is loud today. I'm surprised you couldn't hear that.
He's
Kind of scared.
missing me.
Here comes Angel. She's gonna, if she starts to bark, I'll try to calm her down.
The gator's missing me.
Yeah. I want to read this one by Jasmine. She says, I agree. Energy is so powerful. I have done my third level Reiki and have learned other tools, but somehow, due to various traumas, I seem to have lost my spark or the power within, so to speak. I would like to say, Jasmine, you haven't lost your spark. You've just lost touch with it. It's still there. It is within you, the energy, and just have faith and believe and just baby steps. Just maybe just start using it a little bit at a time and connecting to it in that. And I will send you some energy, and I'm sure everyone here will send Jasmine energy, and maybe she can get reconnected with herself through some meditation or whatever works for you.
Yeah, and just hang with us, because
Yeah.
we always lift the vibration, and that's the main thing about getting your spark back, is
Yeah.
having your frequency raised. Becky Beckner asked for prayers for her dad. We lost my mom in November. I just want him to be safe and happy and calm.
Yeah.
I love that. And
Absolutely.
Wendy's asking for continued prayers for Linda Matthews. And Sue Seacock joined us. Hi, Sue.
Good morning, Sue. And oh no, there's Sherry. She's replying to Wendy. Wendy asked for continued prayers for Linda Matthews, who just lost her dog companion, Elvis. So
Elvis, yeah.
thank you. Yeah, Jean Walensky is a master also. So yes, she'll be sending Reiki to Jasmine as well. Thank you, Jean. And thank you for all your feedback. That was amazing. That was really amazing. Thank you all. I have Jackson asked for prayers for his friend's hysterectomy journey. Absolutely.
And Jackson, I believe I saw earlier you're at work tonight. So thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
And Scarlett would like to put Jeff in our prayers. He's just been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. Oh,
that's
a
tough.
horrible thing to go through. So yes, definitely.
Yeah. Oh, your
Yeah,
sister.
Billy, I know. I talked to my niece last night. My sister's not doing well. And they took her on a little trip. She went in to see some family. And then when she got back home, she has shingles and it's very painful. And
Yes.
she's the one that has dementia. And so it's just a really hard time for her. So please keep her and her family lifted up.
Okay.
And Sherry, prayers for Jana McNally.
And Jean Lorio asked, please include me in the prayers today. I cracked my ribs yesterday and did not have a very good night. Love you all.
So sorry,
Jean. Yeah, we'll put you in our prayers and I'll put you on my Reiki healing list too as well. Okay.
Wow, this is such a great group.
What a wonderful morning this has been. I tell
Yes.
you what, I needed that conversation. That's amazing.
Mhm.
And thank you all for
Elizabeth,
just all the different information. Hi, Elizabeth.
this was in the house.
Okay.
Yeah, and you all were worried that we weren't going to do coffee and conversation anymore. But
Yeah.
look at this. Look at all you beautiful people that still show up.
Yeah.
No, it's the only difference is that I'm not physically at the river. But
Right.
my energy, I can see the river, my energy's there. I didn't hear the alligator, but I can feel the energy shifted.
Nice.
Is it the big guy?
Yeah,
The
it was
thing
pretty
going
deep.
around?
That was deep. When I got up this morning and I went out at 6, there were two of them out there this morning. So
Yeah.
yeah, they're around. They're hanging out again.
Yeah, if you all missed the sunset the other night, you'll need to go watch that replay because they really put on a show for us.
Gosh,
I
yeah.
have never seen an alligator catch a fish, so that was one of the most interesting things I have seen in this lifetime, is for it to come up with that fish still in its mouth. And
Yeah.
you see things like on documentaries and on TV. I don't watch TV, but when I did, you
Uh-huh.
could watch things like in nature. But to see it right in front of your eyes, and I mean right in front of our eyes,
It was up close and personal.
yeah, it was just so interesting. So if you missed the gator having dinner, that's on our last sunset from the river that we did. Was that Sunday night, Jeryl? I think it was Sunday night.
Yeah, it was Sunday night because you left on Monday. And there are some actual screenshots that Sharon Boyle posted from it. That really gave you a great view too. You can see it. So,
Mhm.
oh wow! And thank you, Julie Kiss, for prayers for my foot. Yeah, it is getting better, and I'm going to do some deep
Good.
diving on some other dimension, past life, if however you look at it, issues. And I think I'm going to get this. This is going to be totally released 100% from my body. Do you see Jean's comment
Jean
too?
Walensky, I'm loving this. She had an interesting thing happen yesterday. For the first time, Mother Mary, quote, came to visit. Wow, just wow. We talked about 5/20/20 and how that is going to be a big day. Wow.
Awesome. And Etta says, kindly pray for my maternal family and especially for my mom's younger sister, my beloved Aunt Mina Jarath, for Mina Ma's excellent health and happiness. Absolutely. And Becky, thank you. She said she's so glad she found us.
Yeah.
We are the Angelic River family, and this is we're here to just keep lifting everybody up and to have some of these absolutely amazing conversations and to be able to share with each other all viewpoints.
Absolutely.
And the beauty is all these viewpoints just keep raising us all up higher and higher and higher. That is so awesome.
And Etta's asking us to kindly pray for her maternal family, and especially for her mom's younger sister, her beloved Aunt Mina Giraffe, for Mina's excellent health and happiness.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We'll lift all your family up. I know you've had so much loss, honey. And just remember that they're only gone in the physical. So you can help your family by um, getting more in touch with that and letting that energy come in and soothe you and your brother. And thank you so much for finding us and for letting us help you. That it helps us to help other people. That's what we do, and that's why we do it, is to put out that good energy and to help others. Oh, and there's Prachir. Please do, because apart from mom, she is the only other person we are close to. Oh, yeah. So we will lift up continued prayers for that and for your whole family unit to be healthy and happy. Yeah, life should be fun. That's what the angels say. This should be a good experience for us here on earth. Okay, well, I
That's all
see
of them.
that it is prayer time. That was perfect timing. And you're so welcome, Charles. He says, thank you, ladies. Have a wonderful day. And you as well, Charles. We're going to go into our meditation and prayer time. For anyone that hasn't been with us, we do this. We take about 10 minutes and just lift all of these prayer requests up and go inside so we can find some peace. I love spending this time because it always puts me in a really good place. And that's what we do together. We find that place inside and bring love in our hearts. And I always touch my heart center because that brings our focus right in there, right into our heart. And then we share that with each other. So we're not a religion, we're not a church or a cult or any of that stuff. I always say our religion is love. And we just love each other because love is what heals. And that's what we're doing when we lift up those prayer requests. We're asking for healing energy to come through for all of them. And Tina Marie Gill, hi, good morning. She says, morning prayers with you helps me through the day. Wonderful. All right, so let's do that. Let's start to go inward. If you touch I call this the high heart. It's actually called the high heart chakra between the physical heart and the throat. Just touching that area and start to breathe in. If you breathe in deeply, you'll feel those lungs expand. You'll feel your belly pooch out with that belly breath. And just bring all that air into the lungs, taking it in, and then relaxing it back out. And then with your next breath in, let's add in some gratitude. I am so grateful for this group, for this collective that gathers here. I'm grateful for every one of you that's in my life. This is such a blessing to me. And you lift me up. So let's lift each other right now with these breaths that we're taking in, feeling gratitude, bring in love, breathe in peace and joy. And when you exhale it, let that be in your exhale. You're breathing that back out. You're breathing out peace over everyone here. You're breathing out love, gratitude. Just think of one thing to be grateful for. As we breathe this next breath in, I'm grateful for the sun that just came through my window. It's been rainy all day yesterday, and so it's so awesome to see that sun coming through. And I just say thank you. Thank you for being there. Thank you for the energy of the sun. And then breathe whatever it was you're grateful for, breathe it back out. Let it go over everyone gathered here right now. That energy of gratitude, it vibrates as the same frequency as love. So you're sending out gratitude and love to each other. Beautiful. And now let's call in the angels. As we call in Archangel Raphael, I feel that touch. I feel that he's going to each one of us individually and just seeing what we need. If there's a physical ache or discomfort, or maybe there's an emotional issue going on, that Raphael can just soothe those emotions and help with any sadness, help with any anxiety, anything that's happening in your emotional body. Raphael can come in and just do a gentle touch. You might feel the touch on your shoulder or in your hair. I feel it on my forehead right now. I'm just feeling that touch from the angel. And thank you. Thank you, Raphael, for being here with us in this circle, in this group that has come together. And then let's call in Michael, Archangel Michael, the protector. But I feel like Michael is coming in this morning to cut some cords, to help us to let go of limits, anything that's holding you back, any barrier to really experiencing all of life in all of its glory, being able to relax into having fun, relax into enjoying the sunsets and the sunrises and every interaction that you have with others. Let's ask Michael to cut the cord of anxiety, the cord of limits, and help us to rewrite those limiting beliefs, to get rid of the limit around them. Whatever the belief is, let's open that up to the spaciousness of everything, knowing that we are worthy, knowing that we deserve to have the best in life. We deserve to have good experiences here on earth. So Michael is cutting the cord to any belief that holds you back right now, getting rid of limits. And we can't put this life experience in a box and put walls around it and close it up. We need to be out of that box. We need to be dancing, like Diane takes people to dance on the playground. We all can get into that joy and that feeling of being a child again, where there's no limits. The child doesn't look at life and say, oh, I can't do that. It knows that it's unlimited. So that's where we want to go when we're envisioning things in our life and pulling in things to us. Go to that place when you were a child and you didn't know that you couldn't do something. And let's cut the tie to those boxes that we place around it. And thank you, Michael. Thank you for helping us all to open up to our creativity, to our spaciousness, to not limiting ourselves with any belief. And let's call in Gabriel for clarity, for helping us to discern and to know what works for us. And our experiences are different, our journeys are different, but we're all connected in. So, Gabriel, help give us that knowledge that we're all connected to the oneness. We all are together, no matter where we are, we're together. Our energy is together. And thank you, Gabriel, for opening up our minds, opening up our eyes to what is and how we can just be. We don't have to travel anywhere. We can just be right here in this now moment. We're all together. And it feels powerful for us all to be in the same space together. So much gratitude for that feeling. And then let's call in Archangel Uriel, asking for some grounding energy for our day to help balance us and keep us centered throughout the day. Help us feel that feeling right in our heart that's there right now, that feeling of togetherness. We are not alone. Nobody has to go through this life alone. So if you are physically alone, just feel into the energy of the group. Let us hold you. Let our energy wrap around you so that you don't feel alone. You feel us and we feel you. And thank you. Thank you for feeling safe because this is a safe place to come to every morning. So thank you, angels, for wrapping around our collective group. And now, as the group, let's lift up all of these prayer requests, all the spoken and unspoken, all the ones that were typed in to the circle. Let's look at all of them with eyes of love, with eyes of care and compassion, and just know that those requests are being seen, they're being heard by God, the Creator, and that they're being dealt with in the best way possible for whoever is being lifted up. So let's just take a moment. Let's take a moment of silence right now for all of these prayer requests to be seen and just allow your energy to flow love into all those requests. Just keep flowing love from your heart. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. And as we did that, I was envisioning our earth, our Mother Earth, and we are a global family. We are not just in one place. We are all over the world. So wherever you are, you're making a difference there in your part of the world. But I saw our energy flowing and merging together to create a blanket of love over our dear Mother Earth, and just allowing that peace to fall on earth over all the water, all the land, the plants, the trees, the animals, and every inhabitant of Mother Earth. Let's all just envision together that everyone alive right now is feeling that touch of love coming from this group, coming from the angels, from God, and just let that fall over earth, even as we speak and as we begin to send out love to each other. And that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to send out love to each other. So as you hold that energy in your heart, just look at the person that's on your left and say out loud to that person, I love you. I love you. And then let that love come back to you. And as it does so, receive it in your heart. Feel it there, hold it there. And then we're going to give it to the whole group. So as we count, I will count to 3. And we're going to say, thank you. I love you. So 1, 2, 3. Thank
Thank you.
you.
I
I
love
love
you.
you. Oh, wow. What a beautiful merging of the energy this morning. And thank you to all of those who jumped on while we were doing the meditation and prayer. I see your beautiful energy. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much.
What a beautiful day. And it only gets better from here. Can you imagine that? You've lifted your vibrations, and now you're going to go out in the world and you're going to impact the world. You're going to make a difference today because you participated in something very beautiful that heals and something that lifts your vibration. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the hearts.
And thank you for the thank yous. And thank you for the love. Thank you. And thank you for such an amazing conversation this morning. It was awesome. Thank
It
you.
really was.
I love it when people can teach an old dog new tricks. Thanks.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Jeryl Ann, for opening up and for being open. That's, that's the thing. If we close our minds, then we miss out on so much. But when we open and say, oh, well, maybe it's possible, then we start to get into the energy of, okay, what is it? What can I learn from it? So I loved it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Too.
So don't forget that this morning at 9 o'clock, Mira Rubin will be on Enlightened World Network with some core connection energy. And then right after that, Diane will be at the playground at 9:30, and you'll find her on, excuse me, EWN, Enlightened Living.
Absolutely. And then, of course, you've got Teri today at 5 Eastern Time with Gratitude Happy Hour.
Yes, yes. Come for some more uplifting energy on Gratitude Happy Hour.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
then come back at 7 as Robert Painley has his show, Spirit Focus with Robert. And I love Robert. He talks about a lot of experiences, but then there's always a teaching. So come and find out. He's going to look at the ghost experiences that my family had when we were children and see what maybe was there and see if he can tap into that connection. So this is going to be very interesting tonight.
Yeah. Good deal. Well, it is an absolutely spirit-filled day. Yes. And, go out there and have a great day today, everybody. I know I'm going to have an awesome one. So, mwah, I love
I
you
love
all.
you all. I love you so much. Thank you for being in my life. And thank you that you still are showing up for coffee.
Yeah.
So, so pray for me now as I go out into the real world once more. I'm going to venture
Absolutely.
out, and I may look at having curbside pickup. I'm not sure yet. I may just want to go look at the food.
Yeah. Get reacquainted.
Yeah, exactly. So, bye everybody. Have a beautiful
But
day. I don't see our.
yes,
Oh, there she is,
you
dear
did.
Judy. Thank
Yes.
you.
Namaste, y'all.
Namaste, y'all. Love you. Bye.